an Ascension Guide for the New World. That's the tagline, or the other part of the title of my online program, Your Last Development Program. You see, it was created during a time of transition in our world. That's why I said it's for the new world. We are moving through big galactic global changes. It's a change in our civilization, and most of us have not understood what was happening or what was occurring. But I am intuitive, I'm a mystic, I'm a sage, and I've been receiving information, cosmic information, for many, many years. It's how I've changed my life, it's how I've transformed my life, it's how I've healed. And so I had understood this information. But I too had to come to the place where acceptance had to become a part of my life. We all do, because we're moving into a different world. Now, the purpose of this is to cause the world to be better. And the only way we can do that is if we each become better. And there's something that every person was given, God-given, they were given to bring to the world. And when they start honoring that and loving themselves, then we have a different world. We'll stop the war. We'll stop all sorts of things that have been going on that we have all seen and felt uncomfortable about, and many people have felt frightened. But I was told that I was given this information because I've been receiving it for so long. And in 2012, which was another time that we had a big shift in our world, there have been several times throughout our civilization, throughout history, that if you look at them, you can see times where things change. This is how we all evolve. And this is why I'm calling it Ascension, because that is what's happening. It's a planetary ascension. It's a global ascension, and so none of us have ever experienced this. We've never lived through this. But I was receiving information that was guidance to move through it. Now, why me? Well, because I've moved through all the stuff that everybody else is moving through right now. I've gone through the fear. I've lost everything. I've gone through the failures. I understand that. Everything we experience is in our consciousness, you see. That's all that it is. Our experience of our lives and how we expand, evolve, and succeed is all in our consciousness, which is why all of my work is on mindset. Because it's a gradual process that you must move through and let go of your judgments, your self-judgment, your judgments of others and all of that. And then, yes, you do start to move to a different dimension, a higher state of awareness, a consciousness, and then you start to see things differently. And if more people do that, then we have a very different world. Now, I didn't believe that I had been given this, just like you probably don't believe something that you've been given. We all have that. We all evolve as we live. We may change jobs, we change careers, we change partners, we change relationships, all of that because we evolve. The world does the same thing, but it's doing it in a big way right now. And so when I thought that I heard this information about what was happening, I thought that can't be. And then I started seeing all of it occurring in the world. And then the other part about the United States leading the way, that's the information I would receive, and I don't understand what that was. Well, the purpose was the United States has been the leader of our world for a long time. All countries look to the U.S., and that's where I live. And so what are we going to do? Are we going to start to love ourselves? Are we going to start to believe what we were given, to think that we were each given something that could make a difference in the world if we would start to own it and love it? I happen to believe that is true, and that's the work that I'm doing. So several years ago, I started shifting my work to authenticity coaching, meaning guiding people to become their authentic selves, because that's what your God-given purpose was. We don't believe that a lot of times, or we doubt it, or we've judged ourselves because of what we've gone through or what we've experienced. This is a different time. You're supposed to let go of your judgments of yourself and what you didn't do and start to do the thing that you were given to bring to the world. That's an energy that is going to help change things. Our world is created energetically, and so are our lives. We begin to learn that when we study quantum sciences, especially quantum mechanics, which is coming about more and more information to give us understanding of how things happen. And we are moving through a really intense period. However, when we understand what's happening, we can start to look in a new direction, which is about changing our perspective, which is all about mindset. Then our lives become better, and so does the world. The work that I am doing and the work in my program is to guide each person to that place, because you have to let go of all of your doubts about yourself, all of your fears, all of those things, and start to love yourself. And you are supposed to prosper, meaning having more abundance in every single area because it's been off balance for so long, which is why the world is changing, which is why we're seeing all the upheavals in different parts of the world. People are saying we want to be more. We want to be more free. We want to be more equal. We want to be seen. And then you're going to have others that are going to make different choices. So you have to figure out, who am I going to be? All of it is about empowerment, because when you become empowered, you connect to your authentic self, which is God-given again, and it's that particle that each of us is connected to. And when we do that, we start to love ourselves, and then we start to love others. But the point of my work and what I'm doing now is I'm leaving this philosophy, because I was given a philosophy. It's called Your Life Operating Instructions. That's a complete philosophy. But the program I've created out of that is called Your Last Development Program, because there is nothing anyone else would need, because it works with changing your mindset to become the person that you're meant to be, because everyone is meant to live an extraordinary life. Now, we just have to look beyond this period that we're going to move through for at least another year or so. But if we're working on who we're supposed to become and loving and becoming prosperous, everything changes. And that's the work that I'm doing. So understand that you are on the earth now to thrive and prosper, and all the conditions that you might see and all the experiences are causing you to look within and figure out who you are. That's the work that I'm doing. And I love having anyone in my program who wants to become that successful person that's within them, because you have genius.